Hey, Michelle Walsh from Hourglass Time Education in response to the Four Corners investigation into the early childhood education and care sector on the ABC titled Betrayal of Trust. I wanted to just unpack the concept of reporting because I often see, and many of you will see, questions on Facebook and other social media outlets that ask, what do I do? I've just seen a staff member slap a child, hit a child, hold a child down, yell at a child, all of these corporal punishment situations that are happening within the sector, and these people are seeking help. What do I do? What's my next response? And everybody's very quick to jump on writing report, report, report. I'm going to challenge us as a sector to say report is not the first action we need to take. It is actually to stop the educator or the person, whether it's a visitor to your site, whether it's an NDIS worker, whether it's a parent, stop them right then and there. Stop them immediately and protect the child. If this person was doing this, if this was a child doing this to another child, you would intervene. You would use some clear language around stop. You might put your body in the way between them to protect the other child and support that child. But yet somehow when it's a colleague, it's another educator, we're not doing that. Why is that? So I want you to stop it. So I've had the experience before, and I've literally just held my hand up and said, you need to stop and move away. Stand over there. I'll be with you in a second. And then the absolutely second most important thing is to support the child. Calm them down, tell them you're there, remove them from the situation if it was scary, and take that action first. Please don't leave the room and go and tell your manager. Please stay within the space because the children need your protection and they need to be safe first. So that's my challenge, is it's sort of, we jump straight to report, and of course reporting is important and essential and required. Legally we're responsible for that, but it's the action in the moment to stop this person, tell them to take a break. Can you move out of the classroom for a minute? You need time. Use your firm voice if you need to. Other times you might start to notice someone escalating a little bit and you might say, are you okay? Why don't you go and have a break? I can see you're feeling a bit overwhelmed. That's the kind of stuff we should be doing with teams because that supports each educator within the space. I think then, of course, yes, now we're reporting. We're reporting first to leadership, but where possible, stay in the room and call the director or whoever's your person who can respond and get things actioned and responded to. Then you're talking to your child protection where that's appropriate, and also your child protection agency, and then also the regulatory authority. So we want to follow these things up. And I have been hearing lots of situations and scenarios where maybe an educator is doing something inappropriate, they stepped down or moved on. They might be a casual educator and they're like, oh good, we don't have to follow this on. Absolutely follow it on. If you are the leader of this service, follow it till it's completed. Contact, do the follow up with the regulatory authority, do your notification, follow up with the regulatory authority. How are they going? What else do they need? Do your investigation. Recognize the staff who were the whistleblowers and who told you things were happening and acknowledge them. And what we learned as well last night, and we're constantly supporting services with, is the communication to the family. We need to tell them what's happened, and I think also communicating to the family about these incidents is so much easier and better when we are able to categorically say we stepped in immediately and intervened. Not this happened over months and months, or this happened for 3 hours, or any of that. Let's intervene and communicate to the family as well. it's so important to understand that process. All of the leaders out there, I really recommend you revisit this with your team because of the amount of questions we're getting on social media. I think it's really important to revisit it and say, well, what do we do if one of us, really challenge that? What if one of us does something inappropriate? What are we going to do? How do we take action? So I suggest revisiting that with your whole team and checking in with them.